1 2 1 2 1 2. Dr. Paul speaking. Hello, hello, hello. Right, okay, I'm on. Hello, everybody. Say hello if you're here. This is the first time I'm doing the quiz at 9 o'clock on YouTube. So it might be a little quiet if there's some people expecting the quiz to be on Facebook, but I've stopped using Facebook for now. And for broadcasting, because YouTube just works better. So say hello if you're here, and so I know to get started. It says there's a couple of people here, but let's. One thing I'd ask you to do is share the quiz, all right? Because not everybody knows it's here. Some people might be labouring under. What do you call it? Facebook. Labouring on Facebook trying to find it. So I'm going to make sure I post the quiz over there. But just share it with your friends anyway. And right, Richard's here. Hello, Richard. How you doing? All right. Did you find the quiz okay? Where are you looking for it on Facebook? Hello, Gaffer. Did you find the quiz okay? Because I've moved it. Quiz has, see, I'm just typing this on Facebook at the moment. Quiz has moved to YouTube for 9 p.m. And then there's the link. Okay. You might win this one. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Well, the thing is, you're up against the scores from earlier on as well. It's exactly the same quiz that I did at 7 o'clock. So we'll see. See how it goes. Actually, the quiz we did at 7 o'clock, the scores were all over the place. Madness, all over the shop. So, very, very low to quite high. So, difficult quiz, I think, tonight. Hope you're ready for a difficult quiz. Right, I better talk you through a few things. If there's only a few people here, so you're probably the people who know how to do this. The house rules, of course, the Dr. Paul quiz are no Tories and no racists. The extra rule tonight is that this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Oh, never forget that. How to play. Answer as a team. Answer your questions as you go. I'll give you the answers after each round. You do your own marking. There's a prize, but not for top score. So there's no cheating, you know what I mean? And don't shout out answers in the chat, because everyone's just trying to answer the questions, all right? Last time we played was Monday. Fabian Society were right at the top. Chameleon, Scumbag College, Let's Get Quizzical, Quiz Ballers, Noodle Doodles, Porn Dwarfs, and the Penguin Party, Fears Part 2. We're all in the gold category. Silver was the teams in the middle there, and the brown medal at the bottom. So the gold medal, the silver medal, and the brown medal. I know that the Olympics like to refer to it as the bronze medal, but I think that's sort of unnecessarily polishing the situation. It's the brown medal. That's more fair. Third place. Here's a prize for being third. The brown medal. You know what I mean? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. This is now out of date because it says 7 o'clock YouTube, 9 o'clock Facebook. It's just 7 and 9 o'clock on YouTube now, because YouTube just works better, right? That's it. Sponsor was for earlier on. That's Herbie the Bread, but we're not playing for that. We'll play for some high-value scratch cards later. All right, here we go. You ready? It's 4 minutes past. I've still got just about a minute here. So share the quiz with someone. I'm just going to post it one more time. Julie's finally made it. Right. I hope you're okay, Julie. The thing is, I saw your comment earlier on. I've deleted all the comments. There was a few people came here earlier on thinking it was a 7 o'clock quiz, but I'm now doing the quiz at 7 o'clock and at 9 o'clock, both on YouTube, because YouTube is just better. All right. So hopefully you won't get confused and click on the wrong one. I don't exactly know how you come to it each time you come and do the quiz, whether you go to the main Dr. Paul page on YouTube or whether you follow the specific link. But I put the specific link on Facebook every day. I just check out 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Click on the right one. So this is the 9 o'clock one. All right. Which is exactly the same quiz. Just a bit later. Right. Okay. Thanks very much. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm no expert on knowing exactly how you lot use things, because it can be different on different devices. Anyway, we're here now, so that's the good thing. It's just after 5 past. Time to get started. So round one is the same letter round. All the answers start with the same letter. Okay, that's the big clue. Here we go. Question number one. What is the most common gas in the atmosphere of planet Earth? Planet Earth's a great place. Thumbs up to planet Earth. But what gas is the most common gas in planet Earth atmosphere? That's question number one. Same letter round, so all the answers start with the same letter. Question number two. Aeroplanes. Which country is home to the airline KLM? I saw a KLM flying overhead just the other day. I was down at Cramond. But what country is it from? What country is KLM Airlines from? That's question number two. Question number three. Who played Lady Princess Diana, Queen of Hearts, in a 2013 film called Diana? Quite difficult on this. A biopic of the life of Princess Diana. Who played Diana in that film? What was the actress's name? Number four, Tsars. What was the name and regnal number of the last emperor of Russia? He got shot by the Bolsheviks, you know what I mean? And bayoneted. Bit of a messy end, but before that, it was the Tsar of Russia, the last Tsar before the communists took over. What was his name and number? All right, if you get half that, you'll get 1 point. And the last one, in the same letter round, because remember, all the answers start with the same letter. Incidentally, or accidentally, in written music, what word describes a note if it is neither flat nor sharp? So sharp is raised a semitone. Flat is lowered a semitone. What do you call it if it's neither or? Woof! Deserved everything he got, says Julie. Blimey. Straight in there. I was reading about the execution today. It was a bit of a mess, you know, not very nice. It was him and the missus and their 5 kids all got shot and bayoneted, and it was a little bit undisciplined. And none of the kids died in the first round of shots, and they had to shoot them close up in the head, and some of them were bayoneted. And yeah, I mean, executing a Tsar is one thing. I don't know about those kids. Doesn't seem particularly fair. No warning as well. They just brought into a room and said, right, we've decided we're going to kill you. And they're like, what? And then they just start shooting. That's it. Anyway, here are the questions one more time, just in case anyone's come in or if you missed any. Remember, same letter round. All the answers start with the same. All the answers start with the same letter. So most common gas in the Earth's atmosphere, number one. Number two, KLM Airlines come from which country? Number three, who played Princess Diana in the 2013 film Diana? That's a difficult one. What was the name and number of the last Tsar of Russia? And what's a note in written music if it's neither sharp nor flat? What's the name for that? Okay, tell me if you're ready. This is how this works. And this is one of the reasons I came to YouTube, because I get your comments a lot quicker. So you tell me if you're ready. And as soon as a couple of people tell me that you're ready, then I can move on to the answers. How's my hair tonight? Pretty good, huh? Yeah, not bad. Right, Julie's ready. David's ready. It's good enough for me. Let's go. Let's do the answers. Right, let's do it. 2 points for each of these that you get correct. Hello, Mr. Barclay. We Andy. How you doing? All right. Okay, here come the answers for the first round. Did you get a letter, first of all? It's the letter N for nae bother at all. Here we go. Most common gas in the atmosphere. It's nitrogen. I said on the 7 o'clock quiz, I don't even know what nitrogen does. Somebody says nitrogen stops the atmosphere going on fire. Whoa. So it's pretty useful. Number 2. Which country is home to KLM Airlines? They come from the Netherlands. It's the Dutch. Yeah. Netherlands. Number 3. Who played Princess Diana in that film? Diana. Naomi Watts is her name. That's her there. Doing a pretty good job of looking like the people's princess who did not get bayoneted to death, but equally uncomfortable in her last moments. Tsars, right, blasted with an assortment of weapons at the end of their life. But what was the name of the emperor? He was called Nicholas II. All right, there he is. In the middle, with a missus and 5 kids. And they all bought the farm at the same time. If you got Nicholas but got the wrong number, give yourself 1 point. And number 5, it's not flat, it's not sharp, it's a natural. All right, that's the thing there. So sharp, flat, natural. Natural is the answer. There's all the answers together. Nitrogen, Netherlands, Naomi Watts, Nicholas II, natural. Tell me what you scored. Remember to add on bonus points. You get 2 bonus points if you have been here before. If you've ever been to Dr. Paul quiz in real life or online before, you get 2 points, 2 bonus points. And if you have shared the quiz tonight, then you get an extra bonus point. So a possible 3 plus bonus points there for your team. You tell me your team name and your score. I'll just roll my shoulders a bit. Get a bit of movement. Oh, yes. That's good. How did you get on? That was quite a difficult first round, I thought. Julie's disagrees. 13 points. Flying start. 12 points for the Mangles. All right, nice. Let's move. Let's crack straight on. Okay, ready? And the potato people have got 8, right? We might have 3 teams at the moment, I'm not quite sure. Maybe more. Give us a share any old time. Get those people in. Like I say, this is the first one I've done on YouTube at 9 o'clock, so it might take a while for that to bite. But it's still worth doing at 9 o'clock, and it's better than Facebook. Facebook just breaks too often, you know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Picture round, number 2, or round 2. And it's the picture question. So here we go. Name the cartoon character. That's really straightforward. Very simple. I think most of you will know the answer for that straight away. So name the cartoon character, number 1. Number 2, what year was this photograph taken? A famous suffragette has run out at the Epsom Derby in front of the King's Horse to protest votes for women, and has been hit by the King's Horse and dies subsequently. And there's an argument as to whether she really meant that or not. But, you know, seen as a suffragette martyr, Emily Davison. But what year was it happening? If you get within 10 years, you get the points. Number 3, what's this city? What's the name of the city in number 3? It's a European city and it's very popular with tourists. Okay? Big deal with tourists. Lots of tourists go there. It's worse than Edinburgh for tourists. And it's a European city. What city is it? That's number 3. Number 4, which band made this woman famous? Was it Fleetwood Mac, ABBA, or The 3 Degrees? So which band made that person famous? Fleetwood Mac, ABBA, or The 3 Degrees? That's number 4. And the last one, check this gargoyle, an unusual looking gargoyle. Which building in London has a gargoyle that looks like this? All right, name the building in London which has a stone gargoyle on the outside which looks like that. All right. There you go. You tell me when you're ready. I'll do a very, very quick recap for the first round here. So, who's the cartoon character? What year was the photograph taken of the collision between the King's Horse and Emily Davison, resulting in death? A famous moment in the suffragette movement. Name the city. Number 3. European city, popular with tourists. Number 4. Which band made this woman famous? Fleetwood Mac, ABBA, or the 3 Degrees? And which building's got this gargoyle? You tell me when you're ready. Who does it look like, that gargoyle? Reminds me of somebody. Can't think who it is. I'm thinking some sort of Tory. Like Norman Tebbit or something like that. You know? Right. Mangles are ready. Let's do it. Let's get those answers on. 2 points for each of these. So the first one, you got to know this guy. I like this guy. He's very angry. Terrible temper. Daffy Duck. Hates everybody. A supreme ranter. Number 2, when was the photograph taken of Emily Davison and her moment in front of the horses? And that was 1913. So if you said between 1903 and 1923, then you get the points for that one. Within 10 years, it is close enough. The city here. You see the big squiggly S shape through the middle of that? That's the Grand Canal in Venice. There's the railway station at top left. I think that's St. Mark's Square, bottom right. Venice. Canals. Totally unique place. Never been there myself. Just looks a bit too mental for me, tourist-wise, you know. I don't like it that busy. Number, probably will be alright now, you know. Pop and rock, rock and pop. Who is the band that made this woman famous? It's Fleetwood Mac. She is Stevie Nicks, okay? American. Fleetwood Mac, originally an English band, but they joined with some Americans to make the sort of modern version of Fleetwood Mac after the original blues version. Number 5, the gargoyle is on the outside of the Natural History Museum. So, what did you score? Let me know. Daffy Duck, 1903 to 1923, Venice, Fleetwood Mac, Natural History Museum. Tricky? I don't think so. I think that was alright, that round. I expect 8. I'm expecting 8 out of 10 from you. Do tell me. But, while you're thinking about that, I'm going to move on. I'm going to get through this quiz pretty fast tonight, I think. The 50-50 round. Right, here we go. Julia McDonald is going well with full points. Richards, classic potato people. 8 out of 10. That's the way to do it. Miles out of the year. Gaffer, what'd you put? Do tell us what you put. When you get things wrong, it's always interesting if you tell everyone what you put. It's nice to see how people are thinking. Okay. Right, 50-50 round. This is dead straightforward. By the way, if anyone's just joined in, just give yourself 16 points so far. That'll do. Join in at this point. 1928. It's not too bad, is it? Oh, look, Team Ida here as well. Hey, Rory, how you doing? If anyone's here that missed the first round, give yourself 8 for the first round, 8 for the second round. All right. We're on round 3. Here we go. 50-50 round. So. Nah, just before, wasn't it? And then they got the votes for women at the end of the war, 1918. It was. Although you had to be 30 years old. It wasn't exactly equality, but a big step, obviously. Right, okay, engines with faces and souls. What colour is Percy from the Thomas the Tank Engine stories? Predominantly painted. So Thomas the Tank Engine is blue. And he's kind of cheeky, you know, like opinionated. Slightly bombastic for a small engine. He's got a friend called Percy. Percy's a real handful. Bit of a Ned. But what colour is Percy? Green or red? That's question number 1. Number 2 in the 50-50 round is about Mr. Whiskers. What type of animal is Samuel Whiskers? In The Tale of Samuel Whiskers by Beatrix Potter, is Samuel Whiskers a cat? Meow. Or a rat? Cat or rat was Samuel Whiskers. That's number 2. Number 3 is about sitcoms. Which UK TV sitcom revolved around a family called the Boswells? Is that Birds Off a Feather or Bread? All right, classic UK TV sitcoms. A family called the Boswells. They were the centerpiece of which sitcom? Is it Birds Off a Feather or Bread? That's question number 3. Zorro. You know Zorro. Been played on film by Antonio Banderas, amongst many others. Loads of versions of Zorro. But in the original novel and in most versions of Zorro, what is the name of Zorro's horse? Is it called Hurricane or Tornado? Both excellent names for horses, but which one is the horse of Zorro? Is it Hurricane or Tornado? That's number 4. Number 5. Achoo! In January 1921, the Greek Prime Minister, Evangelos Papathanasis, started a sneezing fit, which he carried on sneezing every 10 seconds, even in his sleep, until March the next year, at which point he dropped dead. Is that true or false? So, Greek Prime Minister sneezed every 10 seconds for the last 13 months of his life. True or false? And then just had enough and died. Evangelos Papathanasis. True or false? Right, okay. You tell me if you're ready. I will quickly tell you the questions one more time. So, Percy out of Thomas Tank Engine, green or red? Samuel Whiskers, cat or rat? That's Beatrix Potter. Number 3, the Boswell family, birds of a feather or bread? Number 4, Zorro's horse, hurricane or tornado? And the last one, true or false? Greek Prime Minister sneezing for over a year, dead. 1921. Is that true or false? Okay, we got one ready. We need one more, maybe, so I can move on to these rich and varied answers. These gorgeous answers. Sumptuous answers. Lovely answers. Oh, yes. I don't know why I'm doing the Tory voice. Just getting into it, you know. Maybe I'll become a Tory. Just for something to do, you know. Right, Julie's ready as well. Let's move on. I mean, I went first class on a train a few years ago. Edinburgh to Aberdeen. It was a few quid more, and we thought, let's give first class. So we did. Felt like a bit of a Tory that day, I tell you. Right, okay. Here we go. Here are the answers. 50-50 round. This could be quite a difficult round. The answer's right there. There's only 2 of them. You just got to pick the right one. It can be difficult. So, engines with faces and souls. This is Thomas Tank Engine and Friends. The semi-organic beings that live within a mechanical shell, tied to, or bound by rails, seemingly need a driver and a fireman to start, but have free will. It's a weird situation. But what colour is Percy? Percy is green. Okay. There he is. What? Coming right at you. A little bit scary. Green. Mr. Whiskers is a rat. A big fat rat. Beatrix Potter style. Very nice. 2 points for rat. Number 3. The Boswell family was bred. Set in Liverpool. 1980s TV sitcom written by Carla Lane. Really sort of trite and nothing to it, but strangely watchable and engaging at the same time. I liked it anyway. There's the Boswell family. There's the mum and dad and 4 kids. 4 grown-up kids. They're all trying to make their way in the world, and not get chucked off the dole and stuff. Zorro's horse is Tornado. Tornado. Spanish in it, so it's Tornado. The more Spanish sounding the name of the two. Number 5, Achoo, Greek Prime Minister. Just over a year of sneezing and then dead. Nah, it's false. Totally made it up. No such story. False. Okay, there's the answers. Green rat, bread, tornado, false. It's also the password to get into my secret club. Green rat, bread, tornado, false. You have to show up just after, between midnight and midnight 05. You have to say that password and you get in. And drinks are free. Green rat, bread, tornado, false. Yes, come in. You ever had any green rat bread? Not recommended. So, how many points did you get right? It's time for... Actually, talk among yourselves for a second. I'm just going to fix something that I know isn't quite working on the on a PowerPoint. I'll be back in just half a second here. Something that didn't quite work earlier. I'm just going to fix it before we get on to it. Fell for the last one. Got the wrong horse as well. Nah, Nightmare Man. Right, there we go. All right. So put the PowerPoint back on. Okay, it's time for the anagram. If you solve this anagram, you'll get 3 points. All right. And tonight's anagram is the name of a place. So it's a geographical one. So if you're ready, here comes tonight's anagram. Try and solve this in 60 seconds. Here we go. It's Chardonnay Gent. So there goes the timer. 60 seconds to do this. Chardonnay Gent. Chardonnay as in the wine, gent as in gentleman. Unscramble those letters and give us the name of a place, a geographical location, somewhere on planet Earth, real place. And I'll give you another clue, a little bit like Venice. It's very popular with tourists, this place. Tourists like to go there. And they like to get a photograph. And they like to put it on Facebook and you end up liking it and you go, yeah, it's great. And you say, oh, that's marvellous, you know. It's really great that you went there. But inside you're thinking, I'm jealous. I never go anywhere. Folk are always going places. Every day I look at Facebook, there's people going here, people going there, people going to this place. I never go anywhere. Bastards. And then you fester and see the way. And that's consumer capitalism and the effect on the psyche. Ladies and gentlemen. Right, time's up. I'll give you a few more seconds because I don't think it's particularly easy. It's the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon. It's probably a more impressive way of saying it. So, did you get the Grand Canyon? 3 points if you did. Unos, dos, trois. Potato people got 8 in that last round. Classic. You get teams like this at the actual pub where they just get 8. Every time. Doesn't matter what the questions are. Doesn't matter if they're really easy or really hard. They just get 8 out of 10 every single time. And I love that. Julie's saying, shit canyon. Does that mean you didn't get it? Mangles are saying, nope, didn't get that. No 3 points then. Let's move on. Blanco. Right, this is a difficult one here. Or it might be easy. It depends who you are, okay? Some people aced this earlier on and some people really struggled. So here we go. Here's tonight's Blanco. This is a list of Shakespeare characters. and they are ranked by the number of speeches that they have. So this is the top 10 out of all the characters in Shakespeare. This is the 10 who speak the most. Now, for the avoidance of doubt, I'll tell you what a speech is. A speech is when a character talks. So even if it's one word, if it's just saying yes, or whether it's a full-on soliloquy, it counts as one speech. One incidence, one time they speak. You know what I mean? So the top 10 list is there, and you can see some of the names. Richard III's there. Hamlet's there. Iago. Timon. Rosalind. And I'll tell you what, the ones that are covered up are probably easier to guess than the ones that are still visible. So it's a good way around. I don't think a lot of people would guess Timon. It's Timon of Athens. And Rosalind, I don't think a lot of people would guess her, but I've left probably the easier ones for you to guess. Rosalind's in As You Like It. The thing to remember is that some characters appear in more than one play, and that's why they've got a lot of lines. So the guy in number one, it's a male character who's number one on the list, appears in 4 different plays. Hence the large number of lines. The one in number 3 turns up in 3 different plays. Just checking my notes. And the one that's listed at number 7 also appears in 2 plays. The others are just in single plays. So you tell me when you're ready. This is quite a difficult round. Funnily enough, I think the one that's at number 1 is the most difficult one. Get some water. Does anybody understand Shakespeare? I never did. I was quite a bright kid at school, and English was pretty much my best subject as well. But I still had no idea what they were going on about in Shakespeare. It just seemed too obscure, you know? It seemed kind of like a foreign language, really. I'm not against it. I'm not being an inverted snob or anything like that, but I didn't get it. Emperor's New Clothes. I think a lot of people, one of those things, like wine appreciation, you know, people are just into it because it sounds a bit posh. But actually, I don't know what's going on, eh? I mean, I know there's some people genuinely love Shakespeare for the sake of it. So if that's you, that's fine. I'm glad to see that my story about a sneezing Greek Prime Minister was convincing enough to pull some of it in. Quite pleased with that. I used to love doing True or False round. Like Edinburgh quizzers won't know this so much, but back in the old days in Glasgow, True or False used to be the final round pretty much every time. I had a happy few years making up stuff for false. I don't use it so much anymore. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's kind of harder to check the true ones that are any good. But it's still a good idea. Still a good round. Anyway, you tell me when you're ready, because no one's saying anything just now, so let me know. And don't just tell me that you're ready. Tell me all your hopes and fears for the world as well. I want to find out what you're thinking tonight. Are you thinking, I'll just do the quiz, see how it goes? Or is there something bigger in your mind? Is there a big hope that you've got for the next few months? What do you want to get done by the end of the year? It's been a weird year, obviously. Strangest year of all time, 2020. Nobody knew what was going to happen. Julie's saying as ready as we're ever going to be. I mean, I go around the corner shop today, put a mask on, you know, just to get some milk and bread. Like this. Whoa. And everyone's cutting about with this. That doesn't work, does it? Get chucked out of the shop for like this. But see, I'm a specky guy, so it steams up. Weird year. 2020. Nobody knew what was going to happen. Julie's saying ready as we're ever going to be. Right, yeah, it's a difficult round. Silence from the others. So I take it there's a lot of thinking going on. Or maybe that's the final straw. And you're off. Right, let's see. Here come the answers. You ready? Ready. Tells me you might be buffering. Mangles are ready. Right, come on, let's do it. Blanco answers. Right, from the bottom. Number 9 on that list is a character in the play Anthony and Cleopatra, and she is Cleopatra. So 2 points for Cleopatra. She got a bunch of lines. 200 lines, I think. So, you know, fair play to the actors who have to learn that stuff and then go out and do it. Number 7 on the list is Anthony from the same thing. Anthony and Cleopatra. He is also in Julius Caesar. So between those, he picks up about 250 lines in all of Shakespeare's work. Number 5 has a play named after him. He is the main character in Othello. He is Othello. Number 3 appears in Henry IV Part 1, Henry IV Part 2, and Henry V. And he is Henry V. Henry V. Like Rocky V, but better. And the last one there, top of the list, appears in 4 plays, which is Henry IV Part 1, Henry IV Part 2, Henry V, and The Merry Wives of Windsor, and he is Falstaff. And I think that the number 1 answer there is probably the most difficult one of the 5, you know? Because not that famous outside of Shakespeare, whereas the others are. There's Falstaff. He's a fat, jolly type of guy. Likes beer. I mean, I don't know these plays, you know, but he's probably a good guy. Drinks a bunch of beer, you know. Yeah, that's right, Julie. Yeah, 1 point for Henry. If you said Henry, different number, or just Henry, then yes, 1 point. That's perfectly fair. Didn't get Anthony or Cleopatra. You did get Falstaff, though. That's interesting. Yeah, Muzz. How you doing? I'm just laughing. I think I've been watching Muppet movies this week. Thank you for every time I see Sweetums, you know. Team of the day is Scumbag College. They were on at 7 o'clock. If you want to be team of the day, send me a picture. Yeah, tell me who you are. You get a point if you're team of the day. It's time for the sound round. TV theme tunes tonight. Check these out. So here are the possible answers. Sausage rolls are here. Computer problems. Oh, yeah, I never really thought about it. You can do that. You watch it from the start, yeah? Caught up 10 on Shakespeare. Nice work, sausage rolls. Right, you ready for the music round, or the sound round? So I've got myself set up here, I think. Here we go. Yes. Pardon me. Right, check out the list of possible answers and pick out the 5 correct ones. Here's number 1. You all know this one. Here it comes. Yeah. 1 time. 2 time. Oop-cha, oop-cha. Everybody in the place to be. Yeah. Come on, you all know that one. Everyone's done their own hip-hop remix of that one. Number 2 is a terrible bit of music and also a very bad TV show. Okay, that sounds like it was created by an idiot. Here's number 3, which is more recent than the other ones, although the music sounds a lot more sort of old school. This is number 3. Very nice, yeah. Great stuff. Right, number 4 is an old bit of music but used in quite a modern TV show. Which TV show is this? And the last one is a modern theme tune for a modern TV program. Which show is this? Okay, that is the 5 tunes. I'm going to play them one more time. Slightly shorter versions, just so you know which one's which. But do tell me if you're ready. Here they come one more time. First one is this one. Come on, yeah. Ya-cha-cha. Margarita, Coke, rum. Yeah, loving it. Number 2's horrible. What's this? Shut up. Number 3 is a lovely bit of music for a more modern show than those other 2 so far. That's nice. It carries on like that. You get the gist. Number 4 is quite spooky. And number 5 is this. You know what? See, that last one now, I've heard it a couple of times, quite like it. When I first played it at 7 o'clock, I was saying how boring it was and how bland and all that sort of thing. But now that I've heard that little clip 4 times, I'm like, oh, that's quite nice, quite cool. Anyway, you tell me you're ready? Surely you're ready. Surely you're ready already. Here we go. I'm going to tell you the answers. Right, so number 1. If you've never checked out all the different hip-hop remixes of this, then you should. They're all on YouTube and they're all brilliant. It's Thomas the Tank Engine. Da, 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 da. Loads of people have remixed it in different ways. but for some reason it seems to work with angry urban hip-hop. 50 Cent was the first one that I saw, and it's in the club, I think. It's really good. Number 2 was the one I was saying was a horrible bit of music. It was also a horrible, awful television program. It was a quiz show hosted by Noel Edmonds. It was Telly Addicts. Nightmare. Noel Edmonds, the helicopter killer, rounds up 2 teams of people who just watch TV all day, sits them on couches just to remind them how they've misspent their lives, and then asks them lots of trivia questions about TV. And if they're the best at knowing everything about TV because they sit on the couch the most, then they win. And it's all screened on television just to rub it in. Telly Addicts, bloody horrible. Number 3, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'd heard of this show. I had never seen any clips of it until a couple of weeks ago when I was asking about sort of ideas for more modern theme tunes. Because all the ones in my sound bank are kind of old, you know. And this was one of the suggestions. The theme tune itself is terrific. And the clips I've seen of the show look really funny. Didn't know Danny DeVito was in it. It was great. Number 4, Peaky Blinders. That's an old Nick Cave song. Red Right Hand. Spooky, atmospheric, great bit of music. Used in Peaky Blinders. And number 5 is a show called Big Little Lies, which I don't know anything about. You know what? I asked earlier at 7 o'clock. I don't know what Big Little Lies is. Can anyone tell me what it is? And one person said, I've watched Big Little Lies and I don't know what it's about. So if anyone's got a better explanation, then I'd love to hear that. Tell us what Big Little Lies actually is. It's one of these Netflix shows, you know, it's popular on Netflix. Yeah, alright. So that was, I don't know how that was. I think there was a few 10s earlier. I don't think that was too difficult. Actually, this one was one that was all over the place. Some people really screwed up earlier. Got 2 and 0. Somebody got 0. Yay, synchronicity. We watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for the first time last night on Netflix. Is it on Netflix? That's good to know. I might watch one myself because I really liked some of the clips that I saw. Although something tells me that I might have seen the best bits just by watching the clips. Guess the last one got 10 out of 10. Nice one. Yeah, good. Yay! 10 out of 10 for Potato People as well. That's nice work. Only 6 for Team Ida. Couple of guesses for 10 for the sausage rolls. Good stuff. It's good when you guess them and get them right. Educated guesses, I would say. And it's time for, well, we're not going to do Mystery Bag, not here. We'll do something else for actually, you know what? The reason I don't do Mystery Bag on YouTube, I'll maybe do Mystery Bag next time here, but right now I've got nothing set up, so unless I can think of something that's just lying about. You know what? Let's do Mystery Bag. Right, I've quickly put a Mystery Bag together here. And because normally I don't do it at 9 o'clock because Facebook's so slow, but because we're on YouTube, it's nice and quick, so I can do this. So you've got to guess what's inside Mystery Bag, right? I can't see myself, so I've got to do this so I can see it. Right, see a Mystery Bag, right? What's in the Mystery Bag? Ask me questions that I can answer yes or no, and then have a guess. First person to guess what's in the Mystery Bag gets £100,000. No, sorry, £10,000. Scratch card. Can you eat it? Yes, it's edible stuff, David. Monsieur le Gaffer. £10,000 and a quiz winner's badge. I'll send it to you in the post. Is it food? Is it edible? Yes, it is. It's not a hat. No. Is it hairy? No. Is it plastic? No. Actually, there's plastic involved in the packaging. It's not a stapler. It's not broccoli. It's not toast. It's nothing that'll go off. In fact, it's been sitting over there for a wee while, and it's absolutely fine. It will stay fine for a long, long time. So it's not crisps. It's not biscuit. It's not pastry. You know what? I got... I'll tell the pastry story some other time, actually. Does it smell? No, it's odourless. They are odourless. They don't really smell of anything. Fruit? Nah, it's not. Well, nah, it's not fruit. It's not. It's not plasticine. You can't eat plasticine, really. Cheese? No. Pot noodle? No. Beef jerky? No. Nuts! Richard Johnson has got it. Yes. You know what? For some reason, the only bit of music that's stuck in my head from that music round is the Telly Addicts tune. I'll play this as your victory music. Nuts! Bag of nuts. It's not just me, is it? It's the worst bit of music ever. So, Richard Johnston, I think. Now, I've got it mixed up. There's different Richards sometimes. And they've got very similar coloured avatar sort of face things. But, yeah, Richard Johnston got it. I don't think the other Richard's here at the moment. Richard Johnston is... And he's amazed. It's amazing. Yeah, bag of nuts. That's all it is. A wee bit of plastic involved in the packaging, the plastic net there. But it's a bag of nuts in it. They make quite a nice sound. Right. Richard, you're the champ. You're the best. Everyone else loses. So you win £10,000 scratch card and... more to the point, Dr. Paul quiz winner badge. I'll send that to you in the post. Just got to send me a message where you're... that was Richard Campbell. Have you won something before, Richard Johnston? Because I do get these Richards mixed up. But send me your address. That's what I need to send you this stuff in the post. All right. Right, let's get on with Double or Bust. And we might have a different competition afterwards as well. I was second. What that is, all right. Okay, so you've not won something before, so you send me a message. Send it to me on Facebook. It's usually the best thing. Aye, Richard Campbell. Campbell and Johnson. So the sponsor earlier on was bread. But we're not doing that just now. That's for the earlier quiz. Right, Double or Bust. You know how this goes. 4 points for a correct answer. That's double. But you run the risk of going bust. If you put one wrong answer, you bust. You get 0 points, okay? You can avoid getting bust by leaving blanks. You don't have to answer every question. Here we go. Double or bust. See what you get. Planet. Number 1. Which of the 8 major planets in our solar system is the smallest? Now, you remember that Pluto is no longer a planet. Pluto used to be a planet. And then one day they checked Pluto's CV. Found out it was just no good enough. And they're like, Pluto, you're out. So out of the remaining planets, which there's 8 of, which is the smallest in the solar system in terms of diameter and volume? Julie's saying the balls are out already. I don't care what the questions is. They're going to go balls out anyway. That's mental. Number 2, which state is Forrest Gump from? In the film Forrest Gump, 1994 classic Tom Hanks tour de force of acting. When he goes full retard. As was given that designation in the film Tropic Thunder. If you've seen that. Quite funny. Anyway, I don't have to join in with that type of thing. But Forrest Gump, what state is he from? According to the script. So where's the character supposed to be from? It's actually mainly filmed It's actually mainly filmed in a different state. I'm just laughing there because I see the balls are back in. That is a difficult question if you don't know it. Might be worth a guess, maybe not. Venue number 3. Which English city is home to the Test cricket ground called Edgbaston? Where is Edgbaston? Which city is it in? That's question number 3. Number 4. The line, "Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin," comes from which BBC children's radio programme? It ran from 1950 to 1982 and it was called Listen with something. Someone or something. Listen with who or what? That's, "Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin." That's a famous line, and it comes from this BBC radio show. So for the generation older than me, this is what they were into when they were kids. Number 5, last question in the double or bust round is this. In which Olympic team sport is the top of the net 19 centimetres lower for the women's version? So this team sport is played by men and it's played by women. And in the women's game, the top of the net is 19 centimetres lower. Which sport is that? Oh, fuck, I can't get telly addicts out of my nut now. No! I hate this tune. Noel Edmonds, man. The anti-Midas touch. Everything he touched turned to shit. The helicopter killer. The whirly wheel murderer. Noel. What is it? What else does he do? Cosmic ordering. Just does that. You get what you want. But cosmic ordering. Right, I'll quickly recap these questions. Number 1, which is the smallest planet in the solar system that's still a planet? Forrest Gump came from which state of the USA? Number 2. Number 3, where's Edgbaston? Which city is it in England? Number 4, are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. Comes from which BBC radio show for kids? 1950 to 1982. It starts with it's called Listen with something. What's the something? Mangles are going balls out. Yes. And which Olympic team sport is played with a net that's 19 centimetres lower for the female version? Right, okay, that's the recap. I'm going to tell you that I do this for tips. Please give me some money. I might be back in the pubs next month. I was talking to one of the pubs today that are talking about August. But in the meantime, I'm still doing this and I have no real income. So any kind of tips I get off you are extremely appreciated by me and my lovely family. My daughter included, who has very nice manners for a 10-year-old. Well, just very nice manners, full stop. Not for a 10-year-old, but just great manners. Sausage rolls, keeping the bars in. Yeah, there's a couple of difficult ones there. Let's see. Mangoes are ready. Sausage rolls appear to be ready. Give me one more. Tell me one more ready before I tell you the answers. And then we'll do it. We're going to show you the answers. I'm going to see what happens. Thanks for coming and doing the quiz tonight, by the way. Do you like it better on YouTube or do you actually prefer it back on Facebook? Let me know. Right, Julie's ready. That's enough for me. Let's do it. Let's get these answers. Double or bust. Here we go. So you know how the scoring goes here. 4 points for a correct answer. But if you put a wrong answer, you're bust. You get 0 points for this round. You still get your points from the other rounds. And if you don't and if you leave blanks, nothing bad happens. You ready for this? Here we go. The smallest planet in the solar system at the moment that's still actually a planet is Mercury. All right, there's a little size comparison. So Mercury would cover up Australia. That's how big it is. It's not that big. Pluto's on there as well, just for relevance, but it is no longer an actual planet. You could probably walk around Mercury in about half an hour, something like that. USA, Forrest Gump, 1994. It's from Alabama. Alabama. Deep South, Alabama. Number 3, the venue, Edgbaston, is in the city of Birmingham. And it's the only place I've ever watched Test cricket. I went there for one day, round about 99, something like that. England, Australia. It's great. Hardly any cricket. Bad light, they went off. Bit of rain, they went off. Tea time, they went off. And then it really rained, and they went off, and that was it. It was great. It's fantastic. Everyone just getting drunk. Loads of people getting out their nut. No one really caring if the cricket was on or not. Number 4, are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. Comes from Listen with Mother. All right, there's a 1950s ma. Diazepam out or not. With the 1950s equivalent of Netflix, the radio. Nowadays, just watch something, kids. Didn't bother me. Can't be bothered. Just watch. You can watch something. Back then, just listen to the radio. Shut up, leave me alone. Anyone else looking forward to when the kids go back? And 19 centimetres difference between the top of the net for women and men. The sport is volleyball. You see? There's the dimensions. 243 for men, 224 for women. And that is the answers for double or bust. Now, what happened? Did you get bust? Are you all right? Mercury, Alabama, Birmingham, Mother Volleyball. There's the answers. I'm going to give you the link to upload your scores. That's not right. This is right. Here's the right one. And hopefully you'll upload your scores, and I'll add those on to the scores from earlier on, and I'll make a league table to put it up there on the Facebook. Now, what's the results? You tell me. Did we get winners? Did we get losers? Whoa, Team Ida has got 20 points in the last round. Went for all 5, got them right. Same with the Mangles. Bit of a recovery. Last couple of rounds. Yeah. Yeah, it was difficult earlier on. Missed out Mr. Gump, says Julie. And same with Sausage Rolls. Balls in on the Gump. Would you have got it? Would you have guessed Alabama? You ever seen it? I saw it once. I thought it was really good. I think I spent years thinking, I wouldn't like that. It's not my sort of thing. Then I watched it and it was quite good. Definitely better than Telly Addicts. Julie's saying no. I think that's in response to would you have got it right. Yeah, it's a difficult one. 62 for Team Ida. That's a good score. Let's have a look at the earlier scores from tonight. I think that'll put you in the top third. Riri. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. Sausage Rolls says saw it once, wouldn't have known it. Yeah. I don't think I would have either. I know it's the South, but there's a lot of places that could be. Could be Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia. I think I might have said Georgia because I know that bench that he sits on, that's in Savannah, Georgia. Like the actual bench where they did the filming. It's in Savannah, which is in Georgia. So I might have known knowing that fact, I might have gone, right, that's where it's supposed to be. I might have gone for Georgia, but well done to anybody who got Alabama, who got it right. Listen, I'm not going to hang around too much tonight because I've got lots and lots to do. Thanks for doing the quiz. Thank you very much. Get your scores uploaded. I'll just put the link in there one more time. And just before you go away, give us a like on the video. Before you go away, let me know, do you prefer YouTube or are you happier with it back on Facebook? Well, what's better for you? I think I'm just going to continue with YouTube anyway, but just be interesting to know if anybody misses Facebook. Is there anything good about Facebook? Because I can't particularly see anything good about doing it on Facebook. But as from my end, you know, from your end, it might be better on Facebook. What do you think? Yeah, YouTube is better. It's just faster. That's the main thing about YouTube is it's a little quicker. Comments come through quicker, and less of a lag, and that just makes it better. There's not too many people here tonight, obviously, but when there's a lot of people on, the chat's pretty fiery and fast. You know what I mean? YouTube's better, right? Okay, that's good to know. I think I've made my mind up anyway, but it's just good to hear. It's good that you're not moaning. There'll be one person who really likes Facebook and really hates YouTube for some reason, but I can't see what that reason would be. YouTube would better. Yeah, good. Okay, right. That feels vindicated then. Right, well done to Richard Johnston, who won the scratch card and the badge. I'll send that to you. Just make sure you send me a message, Richard, with your how you say, address. If anyone doesn't know where to find me on Facebook, that's where I do most of the daily chat. That's the link there. And for the late one on Friday, that'll be on YouTube as well, Gaffer. I'm going to do them all on YouTube from now on. Also, I've got a competition. There's only a few people here, but I'll just tell you anyway. It's Impersonate Brian Blessed doing Gordon's Alive. The best one I get of those by the end of Saturday will win a special prize that I'll send in the post. Ja, gute Nacht, Juli. Danke für den Quiz besungen. I don't know what besungen is. I'm just trying to make up a verb that's do the quiz. Danke für den Quiz besungen. Vielen Dank. Get me a message, Richard, and I'll send out stuff. So Impersonate Brian Blessed doing Gordon's Alive in respect of our greatest voice artist in the UK. Do a little video of that, post it on Dr. Paul or on Twitter, because Twitter's good as well. And the best one will win £1 million scratch card, and they can be quite good. I know somebody who won £100 on one of them that I gave away once. So, pretty good. Right, I'm out of here. I've got my dinner. I should have had it earlier. Didn't have time. It's one of the reasons I'm hurrying off. Thanks for coming and thanks for doing the quiz. And I'll see you all, hopefully, on Friday. Remember, we've got gin on Friday at 7 o'clock from Pickering's. You get 2 points for doing it, blah, blah, blah. You know all this stuff. That's our sponsor. So the Friday early is gin, Pickering's gin. And the Friday late is Broughton Brewery. So you can win beer. So very nice. See you all later. I'm out here. Good night. Woohoo!